This is my review of CovrrStudio from the vendor Karthic Ramani. Hi there, I'm Victor. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, put them below. And please subscribe to my channel. This is CovrrStudio. And in the review, I want to show you the sales page very briefly. I want to show you a demo that's kind of like a beta test. I hate to say that, but it's true. And I'll show you why. I really want to show you what's in this and maybe give you ideas of, whether or not it's for you right now. Maybe that's the way to look at it. I can't completely recommend this, but watch the video and you'll see why. It's a great idea, and there might be some things in it that you can use right away, but otherwise, I don't know. So you decide for yourself, but I'm going to go ahead and demo it for you so that you can maybe make an informed decision. Now, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. Maybe you get it, try exactly what you want to try, and if it doesn't work for you, you can get your money back. Maybe it'll work exactly the way that you want it to work, and then you got that too. The sales page, I'm not going to spend too much time on, actually. I like the sales page. If you watch this video sales letter, they actually throw in some of the effects and everything that they're going to do. So I'm going to call this a video wrapping software. And when I say wrapping, what I'm talking about is it's not really a video editor, more like it's a video wrapper. And what the software does is it lets you put things on top of or around the video and everything to make it more eye candy, more popping, more attract attention. One of the explanations that they have is this idea of, and I'm just scrolling through the sales page here, and I recommend you do the same thing. The idea here is, I think it's fantastic. Basically, like when you're scrolling through on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, you see the videos, they just kind of scroll by where you have a person talking or something like that. But every once in a while, there's something that's it catches your attention. And the reason that it catches your attention is they've done something with the video to make it really stand out. And these are some of the examples that they're giving here with what the wrappers do. So here's a video, and a wrapper can maybe add text on top of it, or icons or different images and stuff, or maybe put something above or below or anywhere you want to on the video. And that way, when someone's scrolling along, I'm scrolling along, when I see something like this, I pause. And that's what you want with a video on Facebook or Instagram. You want people to stop and say, "Smart house? What's a smart house?" And then maybe you'll listen to what this person has to say. Or you're going through and 18 evil things cats do. Well, if they didn't have those words there, I'd probably just scroll on by, but I like dogs more than cats, so that's kind of a curious, interesting thing to me. But this is what I'm saying. I would recommend going through the sales page and see what you think. They talk about using it for your own videos and everything, but then they also talk about using it as a service. Like maybe you're going to create videos for somebody else and you're going to use this. I'm going to show you in the demo, why I think that might be difficult, but maybe it wouldn't be difficult. I think the question is going to simply be, can you use templates that they provide versus having to tweak them? And if you have to tweak them, will it work for you? So let's get right to it. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee here and everything. And like I said, I would recommend go through this sales page and look at it. There's a lot of information here. This right here is CovrrStudio. And so they have a dashboard. They have my videos, like videos that you've created. And in the videos you've created, they have in progress, drafts, and failed. So let's see. These are the ones that have already been created. In progress. These are waiting, like they're being generated. It says that it's rendering in progress. This video right here is a video I put in, and it's been rendering in progress for quite a while now. I want to say it's been well over 15 minutes. So I don't know how long it really takes to render the video, but when you're working on it, you can actually go ahead and preview and stuff to see what you're doing. Now, earlier I clicked on drafts and I saw maybe what I was working on, and so let's click campaign or edit campaign. One thing right away is when you come into the area to edit, it doesn't quite fit in the browser window. Now I could expand my browser to fit my screen, but if I don't want to do that, if I change the size, the settings of the viewing size of the browser window, I'll be able to see everything. So I'm going to do that. I just want to tell you right now, some of these buttons are going to get really small. This says preview video, and if I click on preview video, it plays it, and then it turns into another button that says edit video. I'm just going to show you that, because when I shrink it, you're not going to probably be able to see it. And here is me talking a little bit, just trying to do something really quick and simple. And I can pause the preview, and the button to go back to edit mode instead of preview mode, actually it's hidden under here. I can't see the button right now. So let me go ahead and shrink this down. Okay, so let's do that. This is the timeline so you can see, and then edit video switches me back into edit mode. This is me looking at a project that I already started playing with, but I want to step back for a minute and show you from the beginning. So if you want to create something, this is the main dashboard of CovrrStudio. You have your dashboard, you have my videos, and you have upload a new video. You also have a video library. And so in the video library, you can actually search for stock video footage, and then when you find something you like I found the bubbles earlier, and you see bubbles over here. When you find something that you like, you can click the plus sign and it adds it to your upload section. Okay, now you could just click upload new video and drag and drop a video of your own onto here. Now when it starts to upload the video, it'll show up right here, and if it's a video that you have created with like your speaking, which is what I did down here, when you first upload the video, it'll say basically that it's waiting. It'll let you know that it's transcribing your video, and then that way you can, when it's ready, you can do this. You can create a wrapper. Now if you wanted to preview the video, any of these videos, you can click this button here and it'll play the video itself. But if I want to create a wrapper, which is the whole point of this, how to make your video stand out and catch people's attention. But there's some problems with this that I want to show you, that they're problems for me and for recommending it. And so I need to show you what I'm talking about, because the vendor is very responsive, and maybe there's things that they're going to be fixing or making changes or updates to. I don't know. So I can only recommend based on what I see right now. When you click on Create Wrapper, it takes you here so that you can choose a template. Now over here, these are the different dimensions of the end video result that you want to create. What you see is a square video is the end result, and maybe your video is a 16:9 ratio. Or right here, maybe a 9:16 is the end result, but your video is a 16:9. And so when I click on these, I'm going to see different templates based on that ratio of the dimensions that I want to work with. If I click use this template, it's going to take the video that I'm making a wrapper for, and it's going to insert it into the template. And there's the video, how to create videos with massive engagements, right? Here's my video, and if I just preview this, it's just going to be me talking with this information. Maybe this is enough to catch someone's attention. If I can use the template the way they have a template already, or even, just change the words. You can select something and change the words. I wish they had a way like layers so that you could see all the different layers instead of having to click on it. It would make it easier to reorder things. And then as far as resizing the words and stuff, like I'm used to seeing like handles or something, so I can do it here, but you can do it over here. You can resize stuff over here. It's here, but you got to find it. And then down here is the timeline. It's a little clunkety, but I can show you easily to help you understand how it works. Basically, when you put something on here, so let's do an emoji. I want to add an emoji. When you put something on here, you select it, you can move it around and everything. And you have these guys so you can resize, which is cool. And whatever you have selected, it's going to be the item that is selected down here, or the current item in the timeline. If I select the emoji, you see how this has its bar? And if I drag this, I can change when the emoji appears during the video. It's not there, and now it's there. And if I want to change the start and end times, how long the emoji is going to be around, I thought that I could just grab this, but you see what happens? It drags the whole thing. It turns out if I click on the number, it works. Just a note, if you decide to get this, you know, you're going to have to play around with this some. So some things that you're going to need to know is that you got to have your own video. Well, you don't have to. I showed you earlier, you can go find a stock footage video. So you don't have to have your own video, but if you want your voice and everything, it'll actually transcribe the video for you. Why would you want your video transcribed? Well, what if you want captions? You can click captions here. Remember how I said when you first upload a video, it transcribes it. This is why it's doing that. It also lets you download the SRT, which is the file that you can use even on YouTube. If you upload the SRT file, it'll be the captions for your video. Here are the captions. The captions can be placed on top, middle, or bottom, and then you can't move them around or anything. So it's kind of clunkety. And if I'm right here and I want to add another caption here, like I want to copy this and I want a different caption under this, I want to split this apart. If I say add caption, I don't see anything, but actually it added a slide down here for the caption itself. But the problem is that the caption is down here, and I wanted it in between here, and I can't even just click and drag this and move it. That would make it a little easier to use. So it doesn't really insert stuff there. So if I want to add a slide in between these two, I have to take everything and slide it down. I guess if I really wanted to, I could download the SRT and then make the changes there and then upload the SRT. That would probably make that work. But do you see what I'm doing? I'm coming up with ways with workarounds and stuff for something that's already, the software is already here. Some of the things I expect to see, I don't see. And I'm trying to show you that so that you can think about that. I'm not saying this won't work for you. I'm saying you're going to need to play around with this quite a bit. I mean, take a day so that you can play around with it and see if you like it. You got 30 days. You can get a refund if you need to. I think it has a lot of potential, but I just can't recommend it yet. It's like a good beta. And I've been in software development myself for over 20 years. So I'm not just someone who likes or dislikes something. I can give you a lot of reasons on what I'm looking at. When I want to go ahead and add something here, another thing that I don't see is I don't see a way to rotate this. And with an emoji, you might say, well, that's not a big deal. Okay. Let's go to shapes. And let's say I want you to look down here. It's kind of hard for me to make this arrow look down there. Matter of fact, I can't tell you how I can make the arrow look down there. And maybe there's a way to do it. I mean, I could make it appear down here. I could do that. I could make it appear here. But as far as turning it around and stuff, it just seems like it would be normal to be able to rotate it, right? But I don't see that. Now I showed you about the enter, where it shows up, where it comes and goes. I showed you that. And then some things are pretty cool. I love the idea of timer. And it tells you that the timer will show up. It won't show up correctly on the preview, but it's supposed to come up correctly if you publish it when it finally renders the thing. That's kind of neat. I like the bars. This right here, a progress bar. I like progress bars. So you can have a progress bar. Here's the progress bar where it shows up or not, right? Just like anything else or most things. And then if I wanted this progress bar to span the whole thing, I would do that. I would enlarge it so that now you would see that progress bar. And if I say play preview, you see the progress bar goes through. Now that's not expected there, and maybe it's different when you render it. I don't know because that one thing didn't render yet. But you see what's happening is the progress bar keeps going, like spinning. I would want a progress bar, to start here if that's where I started it, and then to end at the end of the video itself. There's some things that it's like it's a great idea, but it's not finished all the way. That's part of the reason why I'm saying it's kind of clunkety. The interface is a little clunkety. Some of these numbers and stuff, when I use the captions, they don't always appear where and when I expect them to, and so that takes a lot of work. When I say generate captions and it puts the caption in, here's the caption right here. I can't move it around or anything. On the bottom, in the middle, or on the top, and I can't move it. I can make the letters bigger and stuff like that if I click edit caption, and I can preview, but they're not exactly lined up. And so the captions have ended, but I'm way over here before I actually say the words in the last caption. I would need to go in and I would need to find the times of everything and make a note of it, and then go back to edit captions and try and reset the times and everything here. And these times are the seconds when they appear and when they go away. I don't know. It's like the numbers are off or something. So down here it says 16 is as long as it goes and everything. And this is like 0.03 and like the last caption there. So let's see how this goes. 11 seconds to 14 seconds is what I expect that to mean, but when I'm down here, it doesn't seem to be what happens. Maybe the captions render differently also. Here again, it's like a beta. It's like it's not quite doing what I expect. And then when I add images, and it seems like they have a nice image library. I mean, some of these are beautiful images. I mean, I've seen some of them before, but still, these are pretty images. If I click and drag it over, I would expect it to show right up on top, right? I don't even know where it went. I see a little dot and I click on it and it doesn't seem to appear. Now, at one point I was like, okay, well, what if I move stuff out of the way? Maybe it's coming back here or something. Okay. And I don't see a way to size it here. Here I think I can change the order of things. That's what I would expect this to mean, bring forward and bring backward kind of a thing. But I'm not seeing that image. Maybe if I double click it, a dot appeared. But I don't know what happens to the image. So some of these things they're not working the way I would expect them to work, and that's why I'm saying it's kind of like a beta. It's kind of strange in some ways to me. If I go back to the dashboard, I say my videos, and we've been at this for a while, and in progress. This is still rendering, and this is not like a complicated video or anything. So I don't know how long it really takes to render something, but it's been well over 15 minutes, plus over the 15 minutes when I requested for it to render it the first time. If you don't know how long it's going to take to render, then I don't know how much I can recommend the templates and all of that. I think the templates are cool. The idea of all of this I love, but to me, it just doesn't finish. It doesn't get things to a point that I can really use it. How can I recommend that? I can't. What is this? It's an online software that lets users take their videos, and we saw their stock footage videos too, and make them pop. Make an attention-grabbing kind of a video out of it. Put overlays, wrappers, like eye candy that will help attract people to watch the videos and everything. It's for anyone who wants to spice up their own videos to get more views and everything and get attention, or maybe if you wanted, it recommends doing this as a service of some kind. If it's this clunkety for me and I have customers waiting for me, that would make it really hard for me. And so I can't recommend it like that either. I like the sales page. I think it demonstrates their idea, the vision for it and everything, but it just doesn't completely happen here when I actually, you saw me trying the thing. If you decided to get this, I would recommend that you take a day and try everything out. Kick the tires. Make sure it does what you want it to do in the time that you need to do it in. If you tell somebody you're going to create something for them in an hour and it doesn't even render in an hour, well, you're in trouble. So you need to consider all of that kind of a thing. But it does have a 30-day money-back guarantee and a refund. So if you get it, try it out. If it doesn't do what you want, get your refund. Also, I would say take to heart the limitations that I was showing you. Maybe they're going to fix things in different ways. Maybe they're going to make the rendering better. If you have to pay for more rendering or faster rendering and it won't render in the short amount of time, I mean, over 30 minutes for a very short video, I don't think that's too much to expect. So you got to consider all of these different things yourself. I'm just trying to give you an honest review and a demo. I would say only get this if you have a use for it with the limitations that you saw demonstrated. Hopefully, like if you need to rotate something, you might not be able to ever do that. Maybe that's something that they're going to do in the future. I don't know. They are responsive though. Every time I reached out to the vendor, they responded to me, which is a great sign actually. If you get this, reach out to them. If you want it to rotate images, let them know. Am I ever going to be able to rotate images? They might respond by saying that's something that we're going to be updating soon or something. It's just hard to tell. I like the product. I like the idea of it and everything, but I can't recommend it right now because it's like things aren't all together working the way that I expect and hope. Basically, where I'm at with this, I have to conclude with I don't recommend it right now. I think it's a great idea and the vision for it's a great idea, but I don't think it's there yet. If you get this, do everything you got to do inside of the 30 days so that if it doesn't work for you, you can at least get your refund. I think that the vendor's very responsive and everything. I think that's awesome. And I hope that this demo and this review may save you some time and maybe save you some money and help you decide for yourself what you want to do or not do. I have some other recommendations in the description about some training and other stuff, but my main point was to let my viewers know about this software and to give them a real honest review of it. I hope this helps you in some way. Please give the video a thumbs up if it does, and if you have questions, let me know and I'll respond to your questions. And please subscribe to my channel.